Shuklam Bharadharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayetu Sarva Vignopashantaye Agajanana Padmarkam Gajanana Maharnisham Manikadam Tam Bhaktanam Ekadantam Upasmahe Nananandamayam Devam Nirmalaspatikakrutim Adharam Sarva Vidyanam Yagrivam Upasmahe Krishnam Amalapatraksham Punyasravana Kirtanam Vasudevam Jagadyonim Navinarayanam Harim Namostu te Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Fullara Vindayata Patranetra Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purnaha Rajwalito Gnanamaya Pradipaha Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we are now going on with the most important text or selection from Mahabharata, which consists of more than 1 lakh slokas, which also has got several names, and one of the names is Jaya. And so Jaya is the victory. So victory for dharma, victory for the Neeti Paddhati, victory for the positivity of humanity. So when Dhritarashtra was completely in a very distressed mood regarding the message, what kind of message which Sanjaya would be able to bring to him, and what would be Dharmaraja's message. Actually, Sanjaya was sent by Dhritarashtra to find out what are the sharing points and what would be the way how they can settle down the share in the kingdom. So he became very much anxious, depressed. Then the Maharaja, Dhritarashtra, sent that Sanjaya, and meanwhile, in order to get a kind of settled mind and peace, he called for his minister, Vidura, the most famous person who was the minister of Dhritarashtra. Although Dhritarashtra had such a noble minister, but he was not able to be benefited, but he suffered a lot of distress and dismay and disappointment. Then suddenly called Vidura, and Vidura came to his place, and then he asked Vidura, why are you, somehow my mind is highly depressed. I don't know, especially regarding the kind of message which Sanjaya is going to bring for me, because Pandava's sons Pandavas are my own sons, like, and this Duryodhana my sons, but after all brothers they are. What could I do with that? Then Sanjaya went like that to bring some news. Meanwhile, Vidura came to the portals of Dhritarashtra, sat near him, and then knew the problem for the mood lowering of Dhritarashtra. Then, knowing that, Vidura said, you have vested all your authority, power, wealth, and everything into the hands of the 4 fellows. Your eldest son, Duryodhana, Shakuni, your brother-in-law, and your another son, Dushasana, and Karna. So these people are, 4 people are there who are highly selfish and service-minded. Therefore, how can you expect any kind of benefit because of that? Now, the other session we have covered up to the 35 stanzas, wherein Sanjaya covered who is a Pandit. And afterwards, he comes to talk about the Dukkham. And in the 31 sloka, he said, Suvyahritani Dhiranam Phalataha Pravichintyayaha Adhyavasyati Karyeshu Chiram Yasasi Tishtati. So Vidura gives a clue in the 31st stanza that reflecting upon the well-spoken words of the wise people, that is Dhiranam Suvyahrutani Pravichantya Yaha Phalataha. After all, people are interested in the phala. People are interested in the punyam. And if people were to really reflect on the consequences, then what would happen? Adhyavasyati yashamsi karyeshu chiram. So then he will be engaging himself in the activity of fame, and he will never lose fame. Apakirti won't come to him. So kirti comes to them who obeys, who reflects, who executes the manner how has been said by the Suhrudas. So what is the object of life? Vidura wants to say that you must have constant gain of fame, chiram, and whatever fame that we have gained must be long lasting, chiram, chirakalam, for a long time. How karyeshu adhyavasyati means in the work the activity which we are engaged with positive, if we are very much careful, then we will be on the side of the name, fame, and that too which stands for a long time. So chiram tishtati is important for us. And in the next sloka, I have done up to 36 in the last session. So I'm not making you to recite them. So I'm just trying to revise, because a week gap is there between session to session. So that so it requires that we should try to recapitulate the stream of thought, the kind of advice and instruction and consultation results given forth by Vidura. And now in the 32nd sloka, Avrittim vinayo hanti, avrittim vinayo hanti, hanti anartham parakramaha, hanti nityam kshama krodham, acharaha hanti alakshanam. I repeat, avrittim vinayo hanti, hanti anartham parakramaha, hanti nityam kshama krodham, acharo hanti alakshanam. In the 33rd sloka, I am reading, Parichadena chatrena veshmana paricharyaya pariccheta kulam rajan bhojana achhadanena cha. So in a way, this Vidura Neeti is a practical guide like Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is a manual for action at the very crisis, at a very critical time, and one cannot escape the crisis, but one has to face it. And so that's exactly the theme of Krishna, making Arjuna to get back his mind to fight and then bring victory, although Arjuna was not ready. Here also, Vidura is trying to impress upon Dhritarashtra that these are all the things. Avrittim hanti vinayaha. And whatever vinaya that is being shown by a people, which has not got any good conduct and character, then him it will kill. So the fellow who has vinayam but not having the professional way, practice of that, he will never grow prosperous and famous. Secondly, parakramaha hanti anartham. This we have got parakramaha anartham. See, not having any kind of artham. Artham means goals. Artham means benefit. So if you have got no benefit in fighting with the people, quarreling with people, etc., then your parakrama, your effort, your extra effort, your searching effort will be a waste. Similarly, kshama nityam hanti krodham. See, krodham, a person who is having the rightful anger, if he were to develop the kshama or forgiveness, then he will not be out of anger, he will not be prosperous. And the auspicious rites destroy all indications of it. See, acharaha alakshanam anti. So the achara alakshanam means indications of evil. Lakshana is the positive. Alakshana is the negative. So what would happen and all that is something like chemical problem, chemistry. In chemistry, we always say what happens when. And that is always the quest that we have in chemistry. And here also, these are all the important things which will be very much unworthy if you are not looking to the expected goals and behavior and conduct. In 33rd sloka, this is now in 33rd, the subject matter is the kulam. Kulam means one's own lineage or the parampara, family lineage, and that is important. And the lineage of the persons are being tested by certain things. What are they? Parichadena kshatrena, vesmana, paricharyaya, bhojana chadanena, cha kulam rajan pariksheta. Pariksheta is tested. So these are all the objects of enjoyment. And then kshetre, the place of birth. Then the vesmana is the house. Paricharya is the behavior. And bhojana is the food. And achadana is the dress. So these are all the items which will talk about the pedigree or the importance of the lineage or the heritage or traditions that the people hold. Beautiful, that's why, but all these things must be according to the accepted formulas. And in other words, the mana and maryada, these are the two good qualities of every family. If they were to violate these things, then the family gets a bad name. In fact, the entire Ramayana is only to protect the importance of the Inavamsha, Surya Vamsha, by Rama. Because never in anybody's, in the history of the lineage of Rama, one's wife has been abducted by somebody and kept in arrest, in captivity in other's place. But only the most important, powerful princess, Rama, his wife Sita, was abducted by Ravana. So that is a dosha that has accrued to the family of the dynasty. Therefore, Rama himself says, Daiva sampadito doshaha manushena padatina nirchitaha. So I was able to answer the Daiva Sampadita dosha by a man like me, walking padatina, only a pedestrian, I could do it. So that's important thing, because the lineage is important. Family tradition, family integrity, and all that is important. So that kind of fortune is not found in you. Indirectly, he is telling that the lineage which you have been holding on is going to be disturbed now, because you wasted all your things upon your four people. So, and moreover, people can judge you because of the bhojana achadana, the kind of food you are consuming and the kind of dress, the style of dress you wear it. And Vidura, having told these clues, then he talks about the other things. In 34th sloka, Yayoho chittena va chittam nibhrutam naibrutena va sameti pragnaya prajna tayor maitrim na jiryate. And durbuddhim akrita pragnam channam kupam trinairiva vivarjayita vedhavi tasmin maitri pranasyati. What a beautiful statements that Vidura is giving. మన లైఫ్ లోపల ఎలా మనల్ని మేనేజ్ చేయాలి అనేది ఇంపార్టెంట్. సో because these are all the friendship. For example, the sneha, the value of friendship is being all marked here, and how you lose your friends because of your own behavior. Now let us look at the 34th sloka, where the yayoho maitri na jiryate. Jiryate means disappear, decay, diminish. There are so many friends and friends and friends. But how many friends are there really constantly helpful to you? Hardly. That's what in English we say, a friend in need is indeed a friend. అవసరం ఉన్నప్పుడు మనం చూసుకోవడానికి, సహాయం చేయడానికి వచ్చినటువంటి స్నేహితుడే స్నేహితుడు. సంపదలు కలిగిన బంధువులందరూ చేరెదరు, ఆ సంపదలు వెళ్ళిపోయినా అందరూ వెళ్ళిపోదురు అని ఒక శతకంలో ఉంటారు. When you are having lot of sampadas, all people gather around you. Then when you become poor, nobody will talk to you, nobody will come to you. That's exactly, in other words, he is being impressed by Vidura. And in fact, in Sanskrit dramas, we have got Mrutchakatika, the clay cart, where there is the life sketch of the hero who was once a great rich person. But he took away to many other ways, and also gifting away and all that, he became pauper. So the poverty. So how would be the poverty? So we have got one beautiful drama written by name Mrutchakatika Sudraka. So here you have the clue that chittena va chittam nibhrutam naibhrutena va sameti pragnaya prajna. So there should be a commonality of understanding, a commonality of thinking, commonality of the sentiments, and also the secret pursuits and pleasures. So when all these things, because our life is invested with chittam and naibhrutam and prajna and mitratvam. So these are all the important features in our life of journey. One, so chittena chittam. So his chittam and his chittam and my chittam, when they tally, then only the friendship will continue. For example, the wife and husband, take an important example, because when once they come into the wedlock, they are tied to each other till the end of lives. So that is exactly what is called as chittena chittam. There should be concurrence, and common understanding. So chittena chittam. And again, nibhrutam, naibhrutam, nibhrutena. So the hearts must be agreeing. And prajna, prajnaya. Your prajna and your friend's prajna must tally or add each other. See that you become comfortable. So that could happen only with a friend of true nature who sticks to your interest and to whose interest you also stick on. Then that will be a friendship. Maitri, mitrasya bhavaha, maitri, to be friendly. And that kind of friendship, which is noble, na jiryate, will never become dull or decreased or diminished. And we have so many examples in respect of the friendship between two people where they commit to each other and even pledge their own life to please the other friend. To quote example, we all know that Sugriva and Rama, Karna and Duryodhana. So Karna, and there in Ramayana, Kumbhakarna and Vibhishana and Ravana. So like that, we have got many examples, people who are two true friends who tried to accommodate, adjust. In fact, in Ramayana, Rama always says, Kupitam tu mitram. I cannot tolerate or see or a friend who is helping me to become unnecessarily angry. So we don't want to arouse anger in our friend. There should be always anuraga, preeti, and prema. That's exactly is a good friendship, and such type of friends they remain standard all through the times. So we understand, and not only simply friend means not benefiting, but more important is pragnaya prajna. That's important. So Rama prajna and Vibhishana prajna tallied, and therefore there was Yatra Samhara in Ramayana. Similarly, the prajna of Sugriva, the prajna of Rama tallied and coupled by the Anjaneya. So that was a great scope of friendship. So we must have such kind of friendship or friends whose connections which we have should not grow diminishing. Like the morning or evening shadow of our own. But what should be the friendship in Bhartara Subhashitas and other places? The example of true friendship is compared to your own shadow in the afternoon. So in the afternoon shadow will be so sharp and short, but towards the evening it grows. But in the morning, the shadow is too long, but it diminishes. So true friendship must be something like the shadow after noon and after. So the prajna prajnaya tayoho maitri najiryate. So he is just telling the general principle of friendship. Now it is left to Dhritarashtra or any reader to judge the friends. In Facebook, you have got number of friends, but we don't know. And in the next sloka, we have got Durbuddhim, Akrita Prajnam, Channam, Kupam Trunairiva. There is an example. Vivarjayativa Medhavi, Vivarjayita Medhavi, Tasmin Maitri Pranasyati. So there is a contrast. In whom the friendship will diminish, in whom the friendship will be tight, will be long standing and continuous. And in the sloka, many people, for some purpose, they become friends with you, and they may cheat you also, becoming good friends. And we will not be able to judge them. That's why, keeping this view in consideration, we have got Panchatantra and Hitopadesha being written down by two great scholars, Narayana Pandita and Vishnu Sarma. So they will be representing. And here, Durbuddhim, anybody who has got a wicked mind, Rama and Ravana. Ravana has got wicked mind. And Rama has to face that wicked mind and try to induce dharma or the success, victory for dharma. And so here, Durbuddhim, what is Durbuddhi? In spite of telling so many people, Duryodhana or Ravana or anybody, we observe not merging to that. So Buddhi is there, Sukha Buddhi, Subuddhi, and Durbuddhi. So Dukkha Janaka Buddhi. Durbuddhi means that kind of intelligence which will give rise problems, give rise to problems, give rise to grief, give rise to complications. And again, another kind of fellow is Akruta Pragnam. And he has not got any kind of intelligence in the actions. Krita Prajna means wise, wisdom-filled actions. But Akruta Pragnam means the opposite of it. How like Channam Kupam Trunairiva. See, just like a well which is covered up with the grass. In fact, as we know, people use this method to trap elephants. Ordinarily, elephants cannot be tamed or caught. So what people do, they prepare a big trench and cover with grass and mud. Poor elephant, it is not able to discriminate the land and the trench. So it just puts its foot and then gets stuck up in the trench, and later on people go and catch and capture, etc. So that is what? That is Channa Kupam. That is like the well, which is now deep but temporarily covered by the trunas. Truna is the grass. In fact, this is also a kind of rebuke term. In Abhijnana Sakuntalam, Kalidasa makes Sakuntala to show in fifth act, to chide Dushyanta, who said he doesn't remember her. And she was no more his wife, etc. Then you, Maharaja, you are like Trunachanna Kupa. Anta, she will rebuke. So we have got this kind of Upamanam, and here in Mahabharata, Vidura also used that. And Antavaru Medhavi Tasmin Vivarjayita with Maitri Pranasyati. Any intelligent fellow, any wisdomful fellow must try to drop down the friendship with such people who have got that kind of cheating quality. And again, in the next two slokas, there is a continuation of the suggestions made by Vidura, and 36th stanza tells that avalipteshu murkheshu raudra sahasikeshu cha tathaivaapeta dharmeshu namaitrim achare buddha. So earlier sloka medhavi. Here he has used the word buddha. Buddha means buddhiman. Buddhiman janaha buddha. Awakened personality. He should be knowing what is what. Therefore, buddha must not at all contact in for friendship such people who are proud. See, avaliptatvam. Lepa means garva. Avaliptatvam, those who are highly pride, who always talk about their self-esteem, who always consider themselves to be great, and all these haughty people, Haughty, they will be very much rough and then angry, and they think that they are the super personalities. No. That is so. Lepa is garvam, and that garvinaha, they can never become friendly with anybody because always self-important. Oh, let him do pain. For example, many people expect, oh, let him call me, let him help me. Anta expect ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಕೂತಿರ್ತಾರೆ, but they never do the same to the others. The other day I was telling, if you come to my house, what you do, what you give me. If I come to your house, if you come to my house, if I come to your house, what you want to expect, what you expect from me. So this is somehow what I always considering people at lower tier. Therefore, they are called avaliptaha. And fools are there, murkheshu. Murkhas are fools, not vijveka vantaha, not very intelligent. And raudra sahasikeshu, that's important. But they want to undertake risky things, not considering the dangers that are hanging over their head whenever they enterprise to attack them. They are not good people. For example, Ravana. In fact, Vibhishana and Kumbhakarna, Ravana's father-in-law, and whole wife, all people advise him that don't think Rama is only a man. Rama has no support, and so on. But you should, and you try to judge the comparatively the strength that you have got, the strength that Rama has got, and that also keep in mind. Also to Duryodhana here, but Duryodhana is misled, or is having avaliptatvam, that he has got 11 Akshohini Sainya and bigger amount, 4 more Akshohini Sainyas, more than that of the Pandavas. So Pandavas was 7 and Duryodhana was 11. So totally there came 18 Akshohini Sainya to the war field to fight each other. Anyway, that is so avalipteshu, murkheshu, and raudra sahasikeshu. This is exactly what called Rudra. That is trying to be a rebellious. Raudra is Rudra Rupam, Ghora Rupam. And Aghoratvam should not be there. And dharmeshu. So those people who do not take importance in the righteousness, dharma, those who try to neglect dharma, and such people, you would not at all contact for friendship. Buddha Maitri na acharet. So suppose sometimes when you try to look at the last three words of the second line, then you will get to know what is the message and what is advice given by Vidura to the Dhritarashtra in the context. Fallen off from, now the 37th and 38th I am reading. So now always the bad is said, and now with whom you should contact and connect with friendship. Krutagnam, dharmikam, satyam, akshudram, drudabhaktikam, jitendriyam, stitam stityam, mitram, atyagita, uchyate. Mitram atyagi uchyate. These are all circumstances where you should not give up, ignore friendship with others. Actually, one should know the wicked people first, the problem first, and take necessary remedies so that you will be able to be victorious. So you should always assess the personality and other things of the other opposite party. But now when you want to accept the friendship with anybody, one, kritagnam, whatever good you have done, you should remember, acknowledge and execute it. Secondly, a person who is a dharmika means dharma paraha janaha, who honors, who abides the dharma. Because everybody has got a dharma, kshatriya dharma, brahmana dharma, vaishya dharma, sutra dharma. So if we are able to adopt and follow all that, then we are all said to be dharma paripalakas. So dharmikam and satyam, you know the word satyam, and akshudram. Akshudram, that he should be devoted, large-hearted, and should keep his senses under control. Jitendriyam. And drudha bhaktikam is important earlier. That bhakti is there to everybody. So long they want to get the work done or reap benefit, they will be so sincere, so polite, so obliging. When once their work is done, they never even look at to. Everybody has got experience. We need not specifically, everybody has got plenitude of experiences in that light. Drudha bhaktikam is said. See, bhakti is devotion, but it should be a sort of polarized, devoted devotion. And one who is able to preserve his dignity and is able to preserve his own indriyas, then that people you never try to give up. So friends chikkede kashtam. Friends ఉన్నప్పుడు వాళ్ళను కన్సిడర్గా చూసి and yatha manas you have to select. So never forsake. Then in 38th sloka, indriyanam anutsargo mrutyuna navisishyate atyartham punarutsargaha sodharyai daivatanyapi. Most beautiful, helpful sloka for all people in problems and worries, to get rid of that kind of torture. And in that 39 is Mardavam Sarvabhutanam Anasuya Shama Dhrutihi Ayushyani Buddha Prahu Mitranam Cha Vimanada. Now 38 is Indriyanam Anutsargaha Mrutyuna Viseshyate Atyartham Purutsargaha Sadayet Daivatanyapi. It is very most important. All people are losing their time very freely, not having any kind of judgment and fears and plans. So in this, Indriyanam Anutsargaha, number one, Utsarga is to go on enjoying or answering the directives of the respective Indriyas. That's what it's called. So you have to withdraw all that. When you sit in a yoga class, the yoga master will say, mute your mind, withdraw your thoughts, so that will be a part of yoga. That International Yoga Day is peeping, 21st June. And so yoga master is not there. I don't know what would be like that. So here, Indriyanam Anutsargaha Mrutyuna Avisishyate. Don't think that if anybody were to die, there will be withdrawal of the senses. Indriyana Atyartham Punarutsargaha Sadaye Daivatanyapi. So excessive indulgence would ruin the very gods. So whether it's a god or man, the feature is the same. Artham ati utsargaha punaha. Next sloka, 39. Mardavam sarvabhutanam anasuya Kshama Dhrutihi Ayushyani Budhaha Prahu Pitranam Chavimanana. ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ವಿದುರ. ವಿದುರ ಇಸ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಕೃಷ್ಣ. ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಜ್ಞಾನ ರಾಶಿಯನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರೋನು ಹಯಗ್ರೀವ ಭೂವರಾಹ. And the 40th will be, no, 39 could be Mardavam Sarvabhutanam Anasuya Kshama Dhrutihi Ayushyani Budhaha Prabhu Mitranam Cha Abhimanana. So we have got to be considerate like this. Wherever you are, need not necessarily be in a small place. It could be any place. He has to be human. He has to exhibit humility with all beings. Mardavam Sarvabhutanam, one. And Ananasuya Dhrutihi Kshama. So Kshama is the forbearance. So Bhudevi is said to be of top ranking nature. Therefore, Bhudevi Anta Urmi, now everybody should try to acquire. So Dhruti is the Aryam. So all these features are important when one has got to maintain the gods in matter form. So here, one. And again, another features have been given in 39th sloka. They are Mardavam. Mardavam sarvabhutanam anasuya kshama dhrutihi ayushyani budhaha prahu mitranam cha avimanana. Mitranam avimanina. Most important thing is that you should never insult your friends. Hello? You should always try to please them. There are several methods through which you can please. So avamana is one thing. Avamana is what? Trying to demean the work and personality of the others. Many people would have that kind of nature, so which will make them quarrel also. So here, what is that? How should you conduct yourself to your friends? And how is Mardavam, there should be Mruzu Bhavana, Mruzu Madhura Bhasha. Tyagaraja say talking about Rama is a Mruzu Madhura Bhasha. Bhasha means speech, spoken language, and it should be Mrudu, soft, and Madhuram, sweet. That's exactly is being retold, was told in Mahabharata, and Bhartahari cut it up. So, Mardavam Sarvabhutaram Ananusuyata Kshama Dhrutihi Ayushyani Budhaha Prahu Mitrani Cha Avimanana. So, look at it. So, these are all Budhaha Prahu. So, intelligent people, the Buddhas, they only declare, proclaim and say that you should have the Mardava Swarupam and you should have no envy against anybody in the world. You should have a lot of tolerance. You should have a lot of courage and valor. And as to such people, they will definitely live a long life, a healthy life. Ayushyani means they have got the power of Ayush. Mitranam Aviman. Most important is normally should not hurt people. Vaksulaihi padhayati. So keep on talking. So here Ayushyani Budha Prahu Mitranam Tavamarana. In the 40th sloka, you see Apanitam Sunitena Yoartham Pratyadineshite Matimastaya Sudrudham Tadaka Purusha Vratam. So Ka Purusha Vratam, he talks about it. But Ka Purushas are Dushta Janas. So those people who have buddhi but not utilitarian scope. In 41 sloka, I read Ayatyam Pratikara Gnaha Tadatve Dhraischaya Atite Karyaseshadno Naro Arthainam Prahiyate. So, with whom will artha or money or wealth would stay? Again, conditions are short. Then that particular person would become a prince. So today we stop with this description and talk. So ultimately we come to know about the importance of friendship and importance of kirti or fame and how best you can accomplish such noble qualities. So he has given the applications of the talk that he made to Dhritarashtra, and it is not only to Dhritarashtra this is being done, even it is true even for all other people. Therefore, So today we stop at this point and we continue further in the next Saturday like this. Om Swasti. Sarvam Sri Krishnarpanamastu. Sarvam Sri Matrucharana Arpanastu. Om Tat Satu. So Bhavani, are you there?
Sir, yes, sir. Hello. Hello.